EFRA 1/12 Euros 2024. We are in Messina on the northeast coast of Sicily, bringing you live coverage of this modified A final leg number 1. I'd like to thank our event sponsors, Tony Sport, Schumacher, Lens Bodies, Zen Racing, RCXX Shop, Montec and Hobbywing for helping us to bring you this coverage. Getting set for Mod A final number 1. Michael Orlowski will lead away from Ollie Payne, Alex Hagberg, Mark Reinhard, Alessio Mazzio, Jan Rathajski, Martin Huddy, Rosario Guillermo, Marcus Mobers and Thomas Liptak. Waiting for the drivers to be released up onto the rostrum. Just getting everybody through tech. Drivers heading up, led by Michael Orlowski. Current world champion, of course. Won the Stock Euros last year in Eastbourne in the UK. And won the modified title 2 years ago. Alex Hagberg took the title back last year. Alex starting 3rd on the grid. Cars being released out onto the circuit. Got a couple of laps. You can already see that sunlight has nearly disappeared off the main straight. Michael Orlowski then looking like he's got a very quick car underneath him. Mark Reinhard also with a fast car too, but Mark starting in 4th position. Car's going to be forming up on the grid. Michael Orlowski running a plain white body shell this weekend. Going to lead away from Ollie Payne, running a white and red number. Alex Hagberg running his traditional race paint. There we go, that's the car of Michael Orlowski. Just being placed on the grid. Andy Murray just fettling the rear end of Michael's car.
10, 9, 8.
Here we go then. Michael Orlowski set to lead off.
4.
Michael Orlowski leads away from Ollie Payne. Alex Hagberg gets away in 3rd position. Mark Reinhard in 4th. Front 2 already making a little bit of a break for it. Michael gonna try and edge away from Ollie. Ollie doing double duty, running both stock and modified this weekend. Michael Orlowski though leads after the opening few laps. Front 2 have already managed to make a bit of a break for it. 3rd and 4th, Alex Hagberg and Mark Reinhard. They're running together as well. Watching these lead 2 out onto the main straight, and in fact we're watching a good battle for 3rd position going on. This is Alex Hagberg from Mark Reinhard. Nearly a change for position there as they came out onto the main straight. We've also got Alessio Mazzio keeping a watching brief on this one. Mark looking like he's got a super fast car if he can get past Alex. Cuts back through, so change for 3rd position there. Mark Reinhard pops up into 3rd position. Let's see if he can charge now and catch Ollie Payne. So let's see what kind of pace Mark can unleash from his car. He's got rid of one. Feels unfair to describe Alex Hagberg as an obstacle, but that's what Mark would have seen him as. Mark hopping chicanes leaving absolutely nothing on the table. He knows he's got to try and close down the lead that Michael Olowski has. Michael's just sort of pegged Ollie Payne. So just over the length of the main straight between them. We're running with the all-white coloured car of Michael Olowski down the main straight at the moment, with Ollie Payne running in second position, just slightly at the back of shot. Ollie looking like he's starting to edge in on the back of Michael. Of course, the two of them won't want to fight too hard and let Mark Reinhard in. Gap seems to have stabilised again once more. Ollie took a little bit of a step forward. It's not that comfortable, though, for Michael Olowski. Looked like he was going to have a fairly simple weekend after he TQ'd the first 2 rounds. And then everybody else took their turn. They're past some traffic of, I think that was Thomas Liptak. Thomas making his first European A final this weekend. Gap has increased slightly again. 5 minutes remaining. 3 minutes down. Michael Olowski, all white car off the end of the main straight. Running with him out in front. Ollie Payne is about 1 second back. So Michael Olowski starting to look fairly comfortable, just locking it off, reeling out the laps, pumping them through. He's just going to want to give himself a little bit of a buffer, so when he catches and passes traffic, Ollie is not immediately on him. Mark Reinhard seems to have not completely given up the chase, but he's circulating in third. He's not really closing in on Ollie at the moment. Quickest lap last time round was Michael Olowski with a 10.3. In fact, Ollie Payne's just done a 10.9. But Ollie going to start trying to charge back. There is the length of the main straight between them, though. Still with the all-white coloured car of Michael Olowski. No close battles going on track at the moment. 3.5 minutes of the run remaining. Front three fairly equidistantly spaced from one another. Michael Olowski looking pretty comfortable. This would be the sort of first final that's it's kind of gone how we expected almost, with TQ Man just not running and hiding, but getting away at the start and just pulling away. So doing everything he needs to. He's definitely gapped Ollie Payne now. Michael Olowski with 3 minutes left has got the gap up to like 2.5 seconds between him and Ollie Payne. Gap's coming down actually with 2 minutes 40 left between Ollie Payne and Mark Reinhard. Looks like it's just under 1 second. Let's see if we can pick up Ollie's car, the white and red coloured car. He is up at the top end of the circuit. There we go with the number 2 car. Mark Reinhard is just sort of in the back of shot. There's one car in between them, which is a sort of minty green coloured car. I think that's Rosario Guillermo. In fact, no, that's the 9 car of Marcus Mobers. So Marcus looking forwards. In fact, he gets out of the way of Mark Reinhard. Rosario Guillermo is now in front of Ollie Payne as they come down the end of the main straight. Mark Reinhard just sat there in the back of shot. Michael Olowski has checked out at the front. He is nearly 4 seconds to the good now. So we'll stick with this battle, see if we can have anything going on for third position, or second and third. So Mark Reinhard now right with Ollie Payne as they come out onto the main straight. 1 minute 20 to go. They flick through. This is the battle for second position that we're watching. Michael Olowski has absolutely checked out at the front of this one. We're going to stick with this battle for second place. Mark Reinhard ducking, weaving all over the back of Ollie. Has a look. Doesn't quite come off. So Mark looking for this gap. Manages to, that was a great move there from Mark. Flicked it through the inside on the exit of the chicane. Completely wrong-footed Ollie. So Mark Reinhard up into second position. 1 minute to go. I don't think he's going to have the pace now to catch the lead car. In fact, Ollie looks like he's now found a little bit of pace. We've got Rosario Guillermo getting, or trying not to get involved in this battle directly in front of him. He's given them a bit of space, bit of breathing space. Michael Olowski absolutely gone at the front. We're running with the battle for second and third at the moment. Mark Reinhardt's got himself up into second position. 15 seconds left. Second place looks fairly comfortable. Let's pick up Michael Olowski. He is just in the top of the circuit with the number 1 car just coming onto the main straight now. Here is our leader as he comes across the line. So Michael Olowski's made the extra lap. Michael Olowski then takes the win, the only driver to make the extra lap. Michael Olowski taking that one then from Mark Reinhard and Ollie Payne. Mark all set at the front. Michael Olowski going to lead away.
5, 4.
Olowski leads into the first turn from Payne. The first 4 of them get away nice and cleanly. Running away clean at the start. Michael Olowski already got a bit of a gap. He acknowledged his car wasn't fantastic at the start. Came on stronger later. Ollie Payne maybe with a slightly quicker car at the start of the run. Michael Olowski in off the end of the main straight. Alex Hagberg and Ollie Payne trying to chase. There's already the car of Rosario Guillermo, or Guillermo Rosario, Rosario Guillermo. In between them, he dives out of the way of Ollie Payne. Michael Olowski, though, has already made a break for it. Good battle for third place going on. Let's see if we can pick that up. That is Alex Hagberg versus Mark Reinhard. These two titans of the sport fighting each other at the moment. Michael Olowski is away slightly at the front. We're just going to see where Mark Reinhard can pop out. Mark looking like he's the one with the best pace to challenge Michael Olowski. But Michael wanting to make that academic. He looks like he is making a break for it. He is running and hiding. Alex Hagberg closing in on the back of Ollie Payne. So these three, Payne, Hagberg, Reinhard, all battling over the podium spots. The length of the main straightaway is Michael Olowski, Alex Hagberg having a look around the outside, back to the inside of Ollie Payne. Out down the main straight, Hagberg dives to the inside, and small mistake there from Payne. That allows a position change. So small mistake from Ollie Payne there. In too deep off the end of the main straight. That's Alex Hagberg into second, Mark Reinhard into third. That was earlier than it happened last time. Let's just see what they can do. But gap is currently pretty big. We've got, let's just have a look, 5.5 minutes left. We've got like 3-second lead currently for Michael Olowski. So already that's a pretty tall order for either Alex Hagberg or Mark Reinhard. Those two trying to edge away. We're watching this battle at the moment for second position. They're trying to edge away from Ollie Payne in fourth. Olowski still leading away, and Hagberg makes a very small mistake. Reinhard all kinds of checked up, trying to get that car hauled up and stopped so as not to cream into the back of Alex. He's better off the exit of that chicane. But Mark acutely aware that Michael Olowski is running away at the front. Small little curb hop there for Alex Hagberg. Allows Reinhard to close in very slightly. This is the battle for second and third position we're watching at the moment. Michael Olowski pulling away at the front of shot now, some 3.5 seconds in front. Ollie Payne has definitely dropped off the pace. Alessio Mazzio has got himself up into fourth. Hagberg and Reinhard running in second and third position. That's the battle we're watching off the end of the main straight. Reinhard is back with Hagberg. Looking like he can turn tighter on the exit of the corner. Out down the main straight once more. Hauls it up on the brakes. Reinhard clambering all over the back of Hagberg now. So huge lead for Michael Olowski. We're over half distance now. Michael well on his way to winning back the European title. He took a couple of years ago. Hagberg seems to have gapped Reinhard very, very slightly. But this battle for second, the closest one coming on. Reinhard's car bucking and weaving down the straight. It's a small mistake from Mark there. It's given a little bit of breathing room to Alex Hagberg. It's like a second between them now. Michael Olowski at 2.7 seconds to the good. So gap has just been building and building for Michael Olowski. 3 minutes between Michael and the European title for 2024. He'll be wanting to seal the deal. This would be the title to go along with his World Championship, won back in December. We're running with Michael Olowski on screen at the moment, the all-white coloured car. 2.5 minutes left. He has just lapped his teammate, Ollie Payne. It's going to be painful for Ollie. Michael Olowski, though, cruising away at the front of the field. His gap over Alex Hagberg, 2.6 seconds. So it's a little bit of a cruise for home now for Michael Olowski with just over 2 minutes left. Michael knowing what he needs to do. He's got a little bit of breathing space when he gets to traffic. He doesn't need to jump through them immediately. Hagberg hanging on to second position from Reinhard currently. There's a little bit of a gap between them. Under 2 minutes remaining now between Michael Olowski and his second modified European title in this class. Olowski just up at the top end of the circuit, off down the main straight. He's catching and passing people. Car looking super good, super balanced, super stable. Down the main straight once more. It's like 3.5 second lead now as we head in towards the final minute. So barring any huge disasters, we're going to be seeing Michael Olowski run for home, win the European title for 2024. Make sure we catch up with him and have a chat. Just seen Jan Rathajski firing his car across the circuit in the back of shot. I think we've had a retirement from Ollie Payne as well. So Ollie all set to cheer his teammate home. Down the main straight one more time. Just coming up to 30 seconds remaining now. Huge, huge lead for Michael Olowski. Made the break at the start. Didn't give anyone a sniff. Looking super happy, super confident. He said he had a good car. He won the first 2 rounds of qualifying yesterday. Didn't quite come together for him that well after that, but managed to hang on to it. Michael Olowski then comes across the line to win the European Championship for 2024. There we go, shake of the hand from Ollie Payne. Michael being congratulated on the rostrum by Javier. Jan stepping off very, very gingerly. It's a shake of the hand for, there we go, Mark Reinhard congratulating Michael Orlowski. We'll try and catch him in a moment. So Michael being presented with the trophy. There we go, Chris Bultink handing Michael. Final 3 getting set to go. The last race of the weekend here from Paradise RC Arena in Messina on the northeast coast of Sicily. There we go. Michael Orlowski sitting this one out. So Ollie Payne, Alex Hagberg, Mark Reinhard, Alessio Mazzio, Jan Rathajski, Martin Huddy, Rosario Guayamo, Marcus Mobers and Thomas Liptak will be the 9 cars out on track. Though Thomas Liptak's just having his car returned to him. So whether he has some kind of issue with it. I think we, maybe that's a motor moving for Thomas Liptak. Drivers up on the rostrum. So it's kind of going to be between Ollie Payne, Alex Hagberg, Mark Reinhard, we think, for the final podium positions. Ollie Payne pulls up to pole position, or what will be the pole position. In fact, this will be quite interesting because there isn't now a car 1 out there. Ollie Payne set to lead off. Thomas Liptak's made it back up there. So 9 cars. Gap at the front where Michael Orlowski would have been. Ollie Payne leads into turn 1 from Alex Hagberg, from Mark Reinhard. These 3 looking to seal the second place overall, currently held by Mark Reinhard. But an opportunity for them all in the third leg to get the 1 point that's previously been taken by Michael Orlowski. Ollie Payne still leading this one from Alex Hagberg. Alex feeling Ollie was a little bit slow at the start of the last one. That allowed Michael Orlowski the opportunity to break away. Ollie not looking slow at the start of this one though. He is trying to get away as fast as he can from Alex Hagberg, who has got the car of Mark Reinhard clambering over the back of him. Front 3 sort of fairly evenly spaced, and in fact Alex Hagberg's moved a little bit forward now. Just waiting to pick up the outcome of the podium positions. Ollie Payne already with 1 podium in stock, finished second in that class. Again for the year, a little dive sideways on the straight there for Ollie as the car transitioned over a bump. That gave Alex Hagberg a little bit of a run. Is Ollie a little bit hesitant? His car doesn't look like it's wanting to go particularly straight down the straight, which is a bit of a concern. Sort of pulls like halfway down the straight, and it looks like it's got a bit of a pull to the left. That's allowing Alex Hagberg all over the back of him. There we go again. That little kick to the left, and that's allowed Reinhard onto the back of Hagberg. So Ollie not comfortable. His car, as he comes down the main straight, it's taking a pretty hard pull to the left. So Hagberg now all over the back of Ollie Payne. I wonder if he realises that his car is pulling, and there we go. Hagberg turns round Ollie Payne. Is that going to be anything called for that at all? Because Hagberg looked like he got into the back of Ollie Payne off the end of the main straight. Hagberg is continuing. No call from the referee. We've got Mark Reinhard now in second position. So that's not going to do Ollie's chances of a podium any favours at all. Alex Hagberg looking to win this third leg of the final, get himself second overall. We're running with the car of Mark Reinhard in the centre of shot. He is running in second position. He's being challenged by Jan Rathajski in third position. Jan, of course, podium finisher in stock. Hagberg still out in front of Reinhard. We've got Reinhard in the front of shot at the moment. Or in the centre of shot. Hagberg just disappearing out of the front of shot. A little bit better coming onto the main straight for Mark Reinhard. His pace seemed to pick up as the run went on further. About 0.4 of a second lead at the moment. It looks way less than 0.4 now. So Mark Reinhard having caught up to the back of Alex Hagberg. Alex having helped Ollie Payne out the way. At the front of the field. Didn't see any kind of call for that one. What have we got? Half distance, so 4 minutes of this final remaining. Alex Hagberg leading from Mark Reinhard, from Jan Rathajski. Going to see if Mark Reinhard can rescue a second position, or if Alex Hagberg will take that. We're catching them with podium interviews later on. Mark Reinhard completely sideways. A pair of them catching Marcus Mobers. Marcus running race paint now. Marcus dives out of the way of Mark Reinhard. Mark starting to try and chase down. The pair of them seem to have broken Jan Rathajski. Quite literally, Jan Rathajski looks broken. He's walking around holding his back. We'll have to find out later what exactly he's done. Oh, just hearing that a chair broke underneath him. Managed to do himself some sort of injury, but we are watching this battle out in front. Alex Hagberg in front of Mark Reinhard. This would give Alex second position overall. Mark would need to catch him and pass him to nick the second position on the podium. They're closing in on some traffic. They'll be wanting that out of the way. It gets out of the way nice and cleanly. What have we got? 2 minutes left now. Mark Reinhard right on the back of Alex Hagberg. Again, these two titans of 1/12 scale racing off the end of the main straight. A little bit of a gap now in traffic in front of Alex. Jan Rathajski not a million miles behind. Alex Hagberg, though, having led since he got past Ollie Payne. And Mark Reinhard running in second position currently, not having been able to catch him. Of course, Michael Olnowski already having won the first two legs. Mark getting balked very slightly. 1.5 minutes of this final left. Coming towards the end of this race, making a little small mistake over the curbs there for Mark. I think Mark's running out of time, is he? No. because Alex has just made a mistake as well. So Alex right back on him. There's going to be about a minute left. In fact, there is 1 minute left as they cross the line. Gap between the lead two is around 0.8 of a second. That's all it's been for the entire race. The gap is nothing, but it's everything between these two. Mark Reinhard charging hard as they come onto the main straight once more. Off the end of the main straight. Flicking through the infield. Alex Hagberg still in the lead. I've just seen Jan Rathajski actually with a... there's been Mark Reinhard had a bit of a coming together there with Alex Hagberg, but stopped and let him go. So a little bit of a check-up there with 20 seconds to go. So very sportsmanlike from Mark, allowing Alex back into position. It's still 1 and 2. So Mark showing the way it should be done. Having got into Alex. Waited and let him go. So they're on their final lap now as they come out onto the main straight. Down to cross the line. So Alex Hagberg takes the leg 3 win.